Can you tell me your USP? Hang on, don't answer that just yet. Let me welcome you to the week. It is Monday. Still recording this in Canada, in Surrey, just off the edge of Vancouver. Lovely place. And I'm in the back of the kitchen because it's actually too sunny outside. Who'd have thought? Recently, it was raining and horrible. But anyway, can't complain when it's sunny, eh? This is the Marketing for Owners podcast, if you didn't realise. This is John Butt, if you didn't know that. This is recorded in video format. If you're listening on SoundCloud or Stitcher or iTunes, it's actually video. If you go to the website at marketingforowners.com/podcast/471 for this episode, or just /podcast for all of them, you'll see every single one is written up, everything I've said, every link for the interviews that we do on Wednesday. There's the expert series interview. On Friday we've got the ones to watch, which is where you've got people you may not have heard about who are up and coming that you should be keeping an eye on because they are doing great things that you can learn from too. It's all good. It's all there, everything, all the links, the recommendations, all past books that I've talked about. Anyway, let's get back to today's subject, because on Mondays and Tuesdays and Thursdays, I give you a quick tip on marketing, and these will improve your sales. They are never a quick, instantly you're going to make $1 million tomorrow. They are things that added together will add those tiny little 1% that all stack up, and they just gradually improve everything. And they come from experience, not just mine, but everybody's experience. Seriously, these are good. So the USP, your unique selling proposition. There are many other terms for this, but you need one. And very simply, it needs to be unique. What I've been talking about a lot recently is that the customers, or your potential customers, don't care about you. They're not interested in your opinion. So this unique selling proposition has to be something that is of a benefit to the potential customer, or to the customer. What that means is, for instance, anything that starts with "we are" is a no-no. That is not a USP, right? Never, look at us, we're fantastic. Let's stop that for a start. It certainly needs to be very, very short, a very short statement. And you and every single member of staff needs to know it. So if anyone ever asks, what do you do? Oh, I work for so-and-so. Blah, 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 blah. That is how it comes out. It will explain your reason for existence, I think. So it is not going to be the largest, the best, the UK's biggest, I'm not actually sure what Amazon's USP is at the moment. It may change over time as you sort of change your goals over years, but this is not something that's going to change every month or every week. Over time means over a couple of years or so. But Amazon obviously wants to be the world's biggest store, but then you've got Walmart and so on, so they can't compete on that. It needs something unique. And what I recommend is that you look deep into this, because when I'm thinking of your business and what you do, there are many other choices for me. You are not unique. Okay, in my mind, you are just another whatever. So if you take cars, you've got Fords, General Motors, you've got Volkswagen, Fiat, Renault, Volvo, all of these different types of cars, Ferraris, Audis, BMWs, they all position themselves carefully. It's not just let's look at all those, what's the cheapest? Or if you're rich, look at all those, what's the most expensive? It's not like that. They have to appeal to a target market, and they have to define their target market and who their customers are and what the benefit is to that customer in a quick sentence and a quick aura puts around them. So remember, if you are selling something, because you may be thinking, like in my business, I sell fire extinguishers, fire safety, and so on. This is something that people don't really care about. It's an industrial supply. It's a grudge buy. People are forced to buy it by authorities, and they have to have it for regulations. It is, surprisingly, not bought because people want to keep themselves safe from fire. Now, in a lot of cases, just qualify that, in a lot of cases it is, but the vast majority of our customers are businesses who are buying these or buying more of them because they have to buy it for regulation. So there are things they may buy, but there are extra bits they have to have that they wouldn't have thought of if someone hadn't told them they have to have it. So when they look online, and if you just take a fire extinguisher, in the UK they are red. If you're not really interested, don't know much about them, you look at ours, you look at the next page, they are both red, they both look exactly the same, they are probably different, there are probably some nuances that I can tell because I know the industry, but you as a customer don't really care. To you, it is just a commodity, it is just a fire extinguisher. One may be made in China, the next one may be made by craftsmen, handmade in the UK, and they take 10 hours. You don't care because that one is cheaper and it looks the same, and you look down and it appears to have the approval. You're not going to look into whether that's a genuine approval or whether that is really approved or whether they're just saying it complies with the approvals. We haven't got certification, all that kind of stuff. So it's a commodity. It is just another one. Now, cars are not a commodity, and apart from at the lower cost level. You do not compare a Ford with a Mercedes. That's not commoditized. However, you might compare Mercedes with a BMW, but Mercedes more luxury, BMW is more of the driving machine, etc. And so they all find a little niche. And I recommend when you've got a commodity, you find something that makes it sound more interesting and unique. Or you develop a niche. So for instance, you might have fire safety for offices. Maybe your specialty, if that's it, and you go for high rise. A friend of mine runs the tall buildings. He consults for tall buildings, skyscrapers and so on. And that is his niche. He's a fire consultant, fire safety consultant. And that is what he does. He flies around the world, he puts on exhibitions, all based on tall buildings. Everyone knows that's what he does. But claim that. So niche down. So if you sell a general product, cleaning products, don't just sell cleaning products. Sell cleaning products for hair salons or the hair salons, etc. Just find something unique and make it yours. But then when you look at it, make sure it's relates to the client. So put yourself in their shoes, look at it from the other point of view, and it must be from their point of view. What I recommend is, because lots of people in marketing have studied USPs, so Google the best USPs, so worldwide USP, big brand USPs, and see how they word them, and then think, oh yeah, I get that, or we do something like that. Don't copy another, but get an idea of the styles. This is important, really important, and that will be in your marketing, on your business card and everything. It is not the logo. Don't waste your money on an expensive logo. That USP that tells people is more interesting to them. Okay, it is a Monday. It's time for a book for the week. Now this one pretty much says what it does on the tin or on the book cover. It is called The Big Thing. It's by Phyllis Corky. Now she is a New York Times reporter, and her big thing is, if I read her thing, the subtitle is How to Complete Your Creative Project Even If You're a Lazy, Self-Doubting Procrastinator Like Me. Now that sounds like me. It is good, it is extremely well written, but what she's doing is, her big thing was writing the book, and so she talks through that. But most of us have come up with a major project, whether it's in our private lives, in our work lives, in our business, or something, a massive hurdle, obstacle. This, she shows you how to get through. It's a good book, I recommend. It's very new, go read it, tell me what you think. I'll be back with another tip tomorrow.